trying to open a European bank account online in 2020? Well, some might say that's impossible. Our team knows better. In this video, we'll explore the best ways to open a European business bank account online, what the benefits are, how you can actually do it, and what you must watch out for. But before we get started, leave a comment below and write new if you're considering opening an account for a newly registered company, or old if you want to open accounts for a company that's been around for more than a year. And before we dive in, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell so you get alerted every time we post new account opening opportunities. Here at GlobalBanks, we help individuals and businesses unlock the benefits of international banking by helping them find and open accounts with the best banks around the world. Before we get started, we have a free business banking starter guide designed to help non-resident and offshore companies open bank accounts around the world. So, don't forget to download your free copy using the link in the description below. Now, let's talk about online account opening for businesses in Europe. The way that this is usually characterized is it's extremely difficult for foreign companies, laced with extortionate fees, strongly opposed to non-resident businesses, and pretty much impossible. But that's just not true. While some businesses face more challenges than others, it is possible for most businesses to open accounts online in Europe. Of course, each bank has different opening requirements, and business banking is getting increasingly difficult due to changing banking regulations and tougher compliance procedures. So whether or not your company meets the bank's criteria depends on where you're from, where your company is registered, how much money you have, what ties you have to the country the bank is in, and whether or not you can acquire the right paperwork. That's why analyzing each bank's opening procedures, document requirements, specific sensitivities, likes and dislikes, and the experiences of companies similar to yours is key to your success. It also helps if you know what your peers are doing, where they're opening, and what problems they face during account opening. With this in mind, selecting the right country and the right bank is critical to getting your account open. If you choose incorrectly, you'll either get rejected or end up with a useless account that you can't even use. In a nutshell, there are a number of ways to open a European business bank account online. These include through a traditional brick and mortar bank, through a digital bank, fintech, or EMI that has a banking license, or through a digital bank, fintech, or EMI that doesn't have a banking license. Which option you choose is going to depend on the kind of banking services you need, the amount you will keep on deposit, where you're going to be sending and receiving money from, and much more. And all of that is usually determined by the specific benefits you're trying to unlock. With that in mind, let's discuss why you might want to open a European bank account online. First off, European business banking offers low-cost SEPA transfers within Europe. International wire transfers from non-EU countries are expensive. Some companies want to open European business bank accounts to get access to SEPA and slash their transaction fees. This might be highly desirable for foreign companies with business bank accounts in countries that aren't yet supported by TransferWise or that have exorbitant wire transfer fees, horrible conversion rates, and high rates of lost wires. Second, it is also great for those that can't travel and need to open remotely. Sometimes visiting a European bank in person just isn't realistic. Maybe you're too busy, flights are too expensive, you can't get a visa, or there's a global pandemic. If you choose the right bank and know what you're doing, opening a European bank account online can be easier, faster, and way less expensive. But the opposite can be true as well if you're not careful, so choose wisely. Next, if you're looking for a backup business bank account, this could be a good option. Some entrepreneurs want to open European accounts online because they want a backup banking option for their company. For example, if your current business account is frozen, gets shut down, or has a major disruption, you can just shift your business to your backup bank account instead. Also, there's diversification. Some businesses want to open European bank accounts for diversification purposes. This can include geographic, economic, political, or currency diversification, depending on the person and the business. For example, some entrepreneurs hate the idea of holding 100% of their company's cash in a single country or a single bank. If the country is unstable, has unpredictable laws, has failure-prone banks, or is known for ambulance-chasing lawyers and frivolous lawsuits, keeping some of your company's cash abroad just makes sense. Next, accessing European payment processors or transfer services. For some entrepreneurs and companies from non-EU countries, a European business bank account is like a golden ticket. With a European business bank account, you can access European payment processors, transfer services, online marketplaces like Amazon, and get debit cards. Plus, having access to the currencies and payment methods that your customers actually want is key. Finally, you can also unlock profitable arbitrage opportunities. Some entrepreneurs open European business bank accounts online to take advantage of certain arbitrage opportunities that aren't available in other countries. For example, government regulations in Europe keep prices artificially low for certain types of banking activities. Payment processors have to keep fees below certain amounts, and bank-to-bank transfers with the EU are regulated and cheap. Needless to say, banking in Europe has its benefits. Of course, whether these benefits are useful to you will ultimately depend on the type of business you have. Generally, there are three groups that typically benefit from opening European business bank accounts. First, we have entrepreneurs and small businesses. Included in this group are digital nomads, expats, life coaches, dropshippers, Amazon FBA sellers, online business gurus, subscription businesses, software developers, freelancers, and startups. Second are those who have businesses that fintechs hate. This group includes non-EU companies, offshore companies, investment funds, small fund managers, traders, high-risk businesses, and businesses with no ties to any EU country at all. Lastly, there are businesses that have outgrown fintechs, have high volumes, and need a real brick-and-mortar banking option. If that's you, fintechs either reject you, constantly freeze your account, or just have too many limitations for you to carry on your business. This is typical of businesses on a serious growth trajectory, transacting in high volumes, or in certain industries. Unfortunately, while these groups have a lot to gain from banking in Europe, most applicants end up rejected for entirely avoidable reasons, such as misunderstanding or ignoring the bank's requirements before applying, overlooking the bank's sensitivities and concerns, not realizing that an in-person visit is actually required, and applying with the wrong business structure. Here are a few important tips. Don't go in blind. Don't waste your applications, and stop repeating the same mistakes over and over again. If you get rejected at your dream bank because you made a careless mistake or didn't know what you were doing, you just lost your chance at opening an account there. And that's a huge problem. Sometimes there's only one or two banks in an entire country that'll work with your business. If you go to the wrong branch, wrong banker, or don't have the right documents going in, you've essentially blacklisted yourself and eliminated that bank as an option for your company. Unfortunately, a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs are brilliant when it comes to business, but they don't know about the nuances of account opening and business banking. If you want to open a European business bank account online, feel lost, or just want to sort out your banking options, we can help. All you need to do is join GlobalBanks Insider. You'll then get instant access to our entire archive of banking intelligence reports, the GlobalBanks database with more than 250 banks from 50 plus countries, and real-time analyst support to answer your most pressing banking questions. So if you need help sorting out your banking options online in Europe or just aren't sure where to turn, we can help. And of course, be sure to click subscribe and gain more insights into the banking world by checking out our other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.